Hello everyone, and welcome back to Easy English StoryLab. In today's video, you will practice English with a simple, real-life story. This story is made for A1 and A2 learners. We will use the shadowing technique. Please listen carefully to each sentence, pause the video, and repeat after me. Try to copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and feeling. Do not worry about mistakes. Speaking becomes easier step by step. Now, let's begin the story. My name is Leo. I am 23 years old and I live in a big city. The city is always busy. Cars move fast. Buses stop and start, and people walk quickly on the streets. Everyone looks like they know exactly where they are going. But sometimes I feel different. Sometimes I feel lost, even when I am standing still. I work in a small shop near my home. My job is simple. I help customers find things, clean the shelves, and put new products on display. I like my job because it is calm and close to home. Most of the customers speak my language, so I do not need much English there. But English is everywhere in the city. Street signs are in English, shop names are in English, tourists walk around speaking English. I can understand some of it, but speaking is still hard for me. One day, my manager called me to his desk. He gave me a small paper. "Leo," he said, "please go to this office tomorrow morning. We need to pick up some important documents." I looked at the paper. The address was written in English. The street name was King Street. I had never been there before. That evening, I searched for the address on my phone. The map showed many streets and lines. I moved the map with my finger, but I still felt confused. The city looked big and complicated. I knew I might need to ask someone for help. The next morning, I woke up early. I felt a little nervous, but also excited. I wanted to try speaking English in a real situation. I got dressed, ate a quick breakfast, and left the house. The air was cool and the sky was light blue. I walked to the bus stop and checked the address again. I got on the bus and sat near the window. I watched the streets move past me. After about 20 minutes, I got off the bus. I looked around. Tall buildings stood on both sides of the road. There were small cafes, shops, and offices. People walked fast, holding coffee cups and phones. I checked my map again. The blue dot showed my location. The map said King Street was close, but I still did not see the name on any sign. I walked forward. I passed 2 streets, then 3. My steps became slower. I started to worry. The buildings looked similar. The streets looked the same. I stopped near a small park. Some people were sitting on benches. A man was walking his dog. A woman was reading a book. I knew this was the moment. I had to ask someone for directions. My heart started beating faster. I understood English when people spoke slowly, but speaking felt like climbing a high mountain. I was afraid of saying something wrong. I stood there for a moment. I looked at the people around me. I told myself, "Leo, you can do this. Just try." I saw a young woman standing near a tree. She looked calm and friendly. She was checking her phone. I took a deep breath and walked closer. My legs felt heavy, but I kept moving. "Excuse me," I said softly. She looked up and smiled. "Yes," she said. My heart beat even faster, but I did not stop. "Can you help me?" I asked. "Of course," she answered kindly. I looked at the paper in my hand. "I am looking for King Street," I said slowly. "Do you know where it is?" She nodded. "Yes," she said. "It's not far from here." I listened carefully. I did not want to miss her words. The woman looked at me and pointed down the street. "Go straight," she said slowly. "Walk until you see a big traffic light. Then turn right." I listened carefully. I wanted to remember every word. "Go straight, turn right," I repeated quietly. "Yes," she smiled. "After you turn right, walk for about 5 minutes. You will see King Street on your left." I nodded. "Thank you very much," I said. "You're welcome," she replied. I felt a small wave of relief. I understood her. I spoke English. It was not perfect, but it worked. I started walking. I went straight, as she said. The street was busy. Cars passed me, people crossed the road. I kept repeating the directions in my head. Go straight, traffic light, turn right. Soon I saw the big traffic light. I waited for the green light and crossed the street. Then I turned right. This street was quieter. There were small shops and offices. I walked slowly, looking at the street signs. My heart was calmer now. After a few minutes, I saw it, a white sign with black letters, King Street. I stopped and smiled. "I found it," I said quietly to myself. I walked down King Street. I looked at the numbers on the buildings. The address I needed was number 45. I passed number 20, then 28, then 34. I was getting closer. Finally, I saw number 45, a small office building with glass doors. I felt proud. I did not get lost forever. I asked for help and found the place. Inside the building, I spoke only a little English. "Hello," I said at the desk. "I am here to pick up documents." The woman at the desk understood me. She gave me a folder. "Here you are," she said. "Thank you," I replied. When I left the building, I felt different. Something inside me was lighter. The fear I had in the morning was smaller now. It was just a simple question. "Excuse me, can you help me?" But that question changed my day. I walked back toward the bus stop. This time, I felt more relaxed. The city did not look so confusing anymore. On the bus, I thought about what happened. I did not speak perfect English. I did not use long sentences, but I communicated, and that was enough. I realized something important. Many people are kind. They want to help. They do not care about small mistakes. When I got home, I told myself, I can do this again. I opened a short English video on my phone. I listened to one sentence, then I paused and repeated it. I tried to copy the voice and rhythm. This was shadowing. Listen and repeat. Listen and repeat. At first, it felt strange. My voice sounded different, but I continued. After 10 minutes, I felt more comfortable. The next day, I practiced again and again. Small practice every day. A week later, I walked near the same park. I saw the same woman from that day. I smiled when I saw her.
she noticed me and smiled too. "Hi," she said. "Hi," I answered. "Did you find King Street?" she asked. "Yes, I did," I said proudly. "Thank you for your help." "I'm glad," she replied. That short conversation made me happy again. I spoke English twice in 1 week.
After that day, something small but important changed inside me. Before, I always tried to avoid speaking English. If I saw a tourist, I looked away. If someone spoke English near me, I stayed quiet. I was afraid of making mistakes. But now I had one good memory. I asked for directions and it worked. That memory gave me a little courage. A few days later, I was working at the shop. A man walked in and looked around. He picked up an item and looked confused. "Excuse me," he said in English, "how much is this?" For 1 second, my old fear came back. But then I remembered King Street. I remembered the park. I remembered the woman's smile. "It is $10, I said slowly. "Thank you," he said. "You're welcome," I answered. It was a short conversation, but it felt like another step forward. That evening, I thought about my journey with English. I was not fluent. I still searched for words. I still made mistakes. But I was not silent anymore. I understood something important. Speaking is not about being perfect. It is about trying. I continued using the shadowing technique every day. I listened to short stories and simple conversations. I paused the video and repeated each sentence. I tried to copy the pronunciation, the rhythm, and the emotion. Some days were easy, some days were hard, but I did not stop. Slowly, I noticed changes. Words came faster. My mouth felt more comfortable making English sounds. My fear became smaller. One weekend, I met a friend at a cafe. At the next table, 2 tourists were looking at a map. They looked confused. I felt my heart beat faster again, but this time it was not only fear, it was also excitement. I stood up and walked to them. "Excuse me," I said, "do you need help?" They smiled. "Yes, we are looking for the museum." I showed them the direction on their map. I used simple English. "Go straight, then left." "Thank you so much," they said. As I walked back to my table, I felt proud. A few weeks ago, I was afraid to speak. Now, I was the one helping. That night, I smiled before sleeping. I knew my English was still growing, but I also knew something else. I was growing too. Now it's your turn. Play this video again from the beginning. Listen to each sentence carefully. Pause the video and repeat after me. Speak out loud. Copy the pronunciation and rhythm. Do not speak only in your head. Use your voice. This is the shadowing technique. It helps your mouth learn English. It helps your brain become faster. Practice every day, even for 10 minutes. Small steps every day can create big changes. You do not need perfect English. You only need courage to try. Thank you for learning with Easy English StoryLab. Keep practicing, keep speaking. See you in the next story.